Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks, the US daily stocks for the 21st of September, which is in the US, which is the corn harvest moon. Right, so let's look at Amazon. So with Amazon, we've been short through here, and we want to take some money off the table here because this is the 61.8%. Now, there's still a good case for 5 waves up through here, so it is possible for this to move up higher here. But there's also I know this is not going to be good, but there's also a chance for an A and a B and a C down through to here. It's just that this doesn't count very well as a B wave, but this here carries quite nicely as 5 waves. So as I mentioned yesterday, I've had a dilemma with this market for a while. I just haven't had the time to really sit with it and be with it and ponder it and figure it out. But yeah, let's go in anyway and look at where we're at with this. So from this low here, we've got a nice 5 waves up through here. So it's hard to call it a B wave. I know that it hasn't really finished here nicely. We could put the A wave on top of the 3rd wave here and the B wave here and the C wave here or something like that, but it just doesn't seem doesn't seem good at that point. I could count this down for 1 and back for 2 and down for 3, and we could go back for 4 and back for 5, down for 5 here. That's what we'll need to look at here. So I think I'm going to change this percentage profit here to take profit, because we're at that space where obviously everything looks a bit bearish, but people are going to cover shortly, and I think they've already started covering. So I think this would be the right thing to do, take profit there. If we get, I'll keep an eye on it, but this can rally to this level here as a 38.2% retracement level. So it's possible for the market to move here and then have another move down. So let's just have a look at how this performs in here first, okay? I've been working on this with the 10-tick chart, so we'll just have a little look at this here. This is how we've managed to get in yesterday or the day before, whenever it was. So yeah, the A, the B, and the C down here. I'm still 1 wave short here. I've got 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So still little wave short. So there may be some other things going on here. But look, we've had a nice little run. Let's just take our cake and eat it and be happy for the time being. And let's just check on what this looks like, a little bit further up. So we'll leave it at that. We've made good money out of that little trend, so we'll just call it a day for there. We'll just, as I mentioned, we'll just check on that. This trend line here, I've left it here. You might want to sharpen it up a little bit, but that will be the resistance here as well. So between that and the 38.2% down here, up there, it's quite a way up, isn't it? So it's never in a straight line, as you know, but just to give us that. Right, so that's Amazon. And the next one is Google. This is a daily chart, not the tick chart. So we're looking for some sort of, deeper correction here for wave 4. It hasn't started off very nicely here as an impulse wave. It started off as a corrective wave here. So it does mean that we could get rather complicated here. I was sort of thinking, I'll go into the tick chart in a moment, but just while we're here, I was thinking something like this, and then 5 waves here, something like that, Yeah, a little bit complicated. Let's just go to the tick charts. It's just 100 ticks. We can bring that across there. We don't need that. We can move these across. So yeah, we've got a nice little 5 waves down here, and then we've got the little B wave here, and then we've got the C wave here. So we've got to call that wave A. Yeah, and then the B wave here, and then there's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So we've got 5 waves down through to here. So we are going to see a bit of a pullback here, and we are short here at the moment. So I think I'll just allow this to run. The thing with this market, it moved quite swiftly through here, but generally speaking, it doesn't move very much. So I think we'll just gather some more information. So it could just rally back up here and move down, which I don't think is the case, but it's probably more likely to have this ABC pattern here. So I'll remove that, but it could do that. In fact, I'll just move, we don't need those there. That it's hard to see the just noise really. But you can see 1 and 2 here. 1, 2. Oh, we might get another one down. Yeah, we might do. I'd have to have a look on the 10-tick chart. There may be another one down here before we get that. But either way, this is not finished. The whole bear market-y thing for the wave 4 is not finished. So from this low to here, it's a 50-60%. So we could get something of that nature before seeing down. So we'll just hold this one through. Apple. So really we're still in the first leg with Apple, and one of the questions that everybody will ask, well, how far is it going to come down, and I'll be holding short and start adding all their curves and ways up and all that sort of stuff. But it's better just to track the internal structures and just keep working it. It's work, and that's it. So wave 4 can come back to the wave 4 of one lesser degree. Will it? I don't know. Once we get some certain structures in place, we'll be able to sort of see a few things. In this case here, the 140, we've obviously got support at the previous wave 4s. The 140 here is the closest largest number, so that's going to gain a little bit of support with all of that. But let's go to the tick chart. And we'll need to bring in some data. Where are we? Over here. So this is us from the top here. So as you know, we've been. This was the first sort of 5-wave structure that we had down from the top, and this is the one that really told us that. Well, hey, all the markets probably got a top in. So it was really Apple that led the way in all of this. The Nasdaq has got a bit of a habit for leading the, the turn down in markets. But we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we're down to 5 here. So I could call this wave 1 here and wave 2 here, but I'm just being conservative. And then we're moving down into this move here. So this is where we are at the moment. So we've talked about shorting it all the way up through here, but we've got the structure here is 1 here and 2 here, and then all the way down for 3 here. So I think that we're in wave 4 here, and wave 4 can pull back to the 38.2%. Well, it's the starting point, normally the wave 4 is quite good like that. Also one wave short here as well. So I've made a mistake somewhere. I just can't see it. Strange that. It's showing up in all the markets. I'll double check on this in here, that might. But still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's all good. That should be right, even though I haven't checked that. The situation, that could go there. But apart from that, not that that's a big deal. So, yeah, I think you take some percentage here for that, because that's quite high at that point, isn't it? Let me just double check that again. It's up at 144. 144, so where Gann and Elliott dance together right there, so that's where that's going to go. Well, Gann and Fibbo, really. There's not much difference between their numbers really when you look at them all. I mean, GAN's got some good numbers that sort of pop out the woodwork, like 56. 56 is always a good number, a bit weird, but so yeah, that's where we are with this. I will probably need to also upgrade these to another degree higher, so like an A wave here and B wave here and C wave here, or even wave 3. I don't know, we'll be open to that. We'll see how that goes. We'll need to see how wave 4 goes. But that's where we are with this. So we want to lock in some profit down here. We can take the rest on this 140 here if you find a balance point on all of that. That's Apple and Square here. So with Square here, we're looking at wave 3 top, and we're looking down here as 1 and 2, and we're looking down for 3, 4 and 5 for the A wave, and then the B wave, and then the C wave. That's what I'm thinking. Of course, it's always a journey, and we just need to just keep working the internal structure all the time. One of the things we were looking at here was a little rally in wave 4, so let's go in and have a look at that situation. So we've got wave 3 here, and as you know, we'd been working the wave 4, so we've got the A wave, the B wave and the C wave for wave 4 in our target sort of area. We wanted to look, obviously that short didn't really play out, just gapped, but this one here I think we need to talk about, because you may have gotten in here, or depending on how you set your orders up, but this one here, you wouldn't do it on the first breakdown here. You wait for the retest, and then you can use that low, and then you can use the second low. So that's technically where we should have put it. So I'll just leave it there for the time being. This move down through here, we'll have to look at this as where are we here? We'll just. So I'll put those there, and we don't need these, so I'll just grab these. I'm not sure about wave 4, but I'll just pop it there as a wave 3 here, an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave for wave 4, and down for wave 5. Maybe the case, maybe not. It'll become clear a little bit later on, but this rally, taking it from that low, will take us back there. So we'll use that as a stop. Move that down there too. I mean, it might be able to be, we could play this out differently. This could just be the C wave here with 5 waves here and then rolling back over. But all the same, we'll need to keep that out of the way while this is doing its thing here. And everything going according to plan, we should be down here somewhere. Something like that, where we're going to take profit. And then we'll wait for wave 4 to play out, and then down for wave 5 for A. So that's where we are at the moment. Do I see anything wrong with that at the moment? Not really, because the good thing here is that these lows here, they've breached these lows here. I think, if we have a closer look. Yeah, pretty good. So that what that does, just taking those lows out there, it confirms that this is corrective here. That's why we can have faith that this will fail at this point. Yeah, I mean, it's a wave 4 and it may get a bit more complicated, but that is now noted as corrective, and we'll make a new low below here because this has confirmed that by taking out that low there. Okay, so that's Square. And we've got Facebook. So, yeah, I mean, once again, not sure how low this will go, but this major level here is something that we should be aiming for, but it's possible that we could come back down to these lows here. We've still got a session or two here for that, so that's no drama. Things need to catch up. The time the top line comes down and crosses over, that's just, it's still got plenty of time. So there'll still be more here, but we're at the midpoint at the moment. So which is always a number 5, and always a 5 is the second strongest number. So we can expect a bounce there, as we can expect a bounce off number 3. 5 and 3 always expect a strong bounce. Good place to take some money off the table. So I've drawn 5 waves down here. Let's just go in and have a look at what's what at this stage. Okay, so we're just noting that as the top. So now we don't need that. We're looking at this as wave 1, an A and a B and a C for wave 2. So we're working these down. They don't need to be there as such. They need to be 1 degree higher, but that's okay. That's 5 waves that can go there. Then we're looking at this, so it's pretty clear. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and back for 2. Then we can use these guys here. I'll need to do some work off line for this. That's 1. I can put that in at least 1, 2. I have to check on that. It's a bit dodgy. That'd be the 3rd, obviously. One, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 3rd there, isn't it? I'll have to do some work on this. But it doesn't matter. It's still low. I mean, this is just going to be the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave back to this point. So we'll just leave our stop out of the way. If you want to take money off the table, that's fine. We don't have our 3rd wave here yet, or wave C. This is the one that we want to be taking profit on, but it's always good to take. It's bounced too much for me to say take money off the table. If it pulls back, like this will be 5 waves up here. It's got a nice little 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So it's going to pull back here. So you could take a percentage off the table if you wanted to, and then up and then down. So yeah, look, it's here nor there, isn't it? It just depends on how close you want to get to the market. But we'll put that there, and we will put take profit or percentage. I will look after both of those decisions along the way, so they can be. I'll put it over here, because if I put it here, then I think we've already taken it. But it's this one here. So I don't know if we're going to get wave 4 there. I think we are, because this is, as an ABC, you would want some. If this was an A wave and this was the C wave, you'd want some sort of equality between the two of them. I know I can get a Fibonacci relationship between them. I can see that, but be in the. Anyway, I won't go into that. But this is more like a 3rd wave here. So this 4th wave will pull back to that 4th wave. So this is where it all gets a bit bumpy, And I'll probably have to upgrade these as well. So this will be 1, 2, 3 here for this. I'll start doing that. I won't do them all now, but and then that can be the A wave down here, perhaps. It might be a little bit early to call that in like that, but once I have a look at the indices, I'll get some idea. But yeah, not a biggie. Okay, that's Facebook and Tesla. Okay, so, well, didn't quite get the high that that we were looking for here. So the question is here, do we look at this as some sort of wave 4 over here and we still got to move to go to the upside? Or do we call a top in here? That's the question. I mean, you'd think that there would be a top in the markets because everything else is falling out of bed. You'd expect this to fall out of bed as well. But still, we need some evidence of that. Let's go to the tick chart here. We are short here because we looked at it in both ways last time we spoke, which was yesterday. We do these videos every day, of course. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to put that in as the top because we've clearly got an ABC pattern here, right? Here I could call this wave 1 here and 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, and then the fourth, and then the fifth. I don't know where my fifth is gone, but we'll just hijack this one, not that one. Big clumsy 3. That's the one we want. And you know, you would say, well, Pete, that's a bit short, isn't it? But when you think about it, wave 1 is the longest, then 3 is the next one. And then, so technically they all fit. And you don't have to make a new high as long as you have 5 waves. I mean, there would also be the fact that we could look at this as the A wave here, the B wave here, and the C wave down here. That's all possible as well with this. So if we are long here, short here rather, then what we need to do in the onset is to just look at this here. That's where it can rally back to at its worst. So we just need to put in a stop above there for that, and red. Okay, now I don't know which is the top here. I don't know how to count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, so look, this is just a real guess here. I just can't see inside there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could put that there. This is a guess. So do we have any ABCs locally? Yeah, great. So we could look at this as the first leg down for this market. It's a bit of a long shot, but so we look at this as the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave here. It does mean that we could get another short position in. If this, if we get a nice A, B, and C here, depending on how far the B wave pulls back, we may be able to get a nice, move through there with that, or we'll have to work it over this other side. I'm not quite sure how we'll do that, but what we can, well, I'll leave that there for the time being, and it'll probably all squash back up, but and we can put that here as well, below the B wave. Now, we don't know where the B wave is yet, so don't go shorting that. We'll only short that when the market comes back down. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see where the B wave is, but we'll see how it all looks. We'll have a session to mull that over. But let's just say for a moment that the market goes up here and then it comes back below the 730. Well, then you want to be short on a retest of that 730. I mean, all this will get squashed up back against the price when I close it up, but we could be in for 1 here and 2 here and down for 3 here. Otherwise, we'll have to look at this as the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave and take a loss. It's a bit of a coin flip, but not quite that bad. But because we know the rest of the markets are in a bear market, and obviously this has run out of steam here now. Certainly the paper bag's been pricked, the soggy paper bag, the carbon credits that keep it afloat. Okay, well that's that. That's all the stocks. So yeah, that's good. I think we've done reasonably well. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.